What's up, guys? My name is Carla. My DJ name is CLA. I'm from California and I moved here to Las Vegas probably like 20 years ago. So I reside here in Las Vegas. My residencies are pretty much on the strip, all the major clubs pretty much on the strip, pools and lounges. I also travel to DJ. So I've been all over the country. I've flown to also Canada, Mexico, Bahamas. So it's been a crazy ride, 21 years and still going. My last year in college, I went to Long Beach State. Shout out 49ers. And it was a job on one of those job sites. And my friend actually found it and was like, hey, why don't you try this? I never thought, I'm like, I don't DJ. I don't even know how to DJ. But the description was, we'll teach you. It was just like this small company in Orange County, like near Newport area. So like the rich. But it was a mobile DJing company. The lady owned it. She taught you how to put together the equipment. You shadowed her at these events. There were like weddings, yacht parties, private parties. You know, mobile DJing is when you just call a DJ for like whatever events that you have when you need it. And that was my introduction to DJing. Didn't have my own equipment. My own equipment was at her job. So I liked it. I was at a gig, a wedding actually, and I looked up from my DJ equipment. I was like, wow, the crowd is having a good time. They're happy. I'm getting paid to do this. This is great. This is a job. Because back in the day, obviously, the typical 9 to 5. It's not like how it is nowadays. You know, it's like you need to get a job, you know, office or whatever it is. So that, in a way, it's where you're programmed to think, well, this is how it's supposed to be, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And I had that job on the weekends, and it was only maybe like 4 or 5 hour gig total. And during that time, my hourly went from, I think it was like, I don't even remember, it was so long ago, 15, then it went up to like 20, 21 an hour as your experience like grew. And that was a lot during that time per hour. Minimum wage was, I don't even, $5-6. So that was my introduction to DJing. I decided to open up my own line of credit and went to the music store, got my own equipment because I'm like, how do I get better? How do I practice? So I did that. And then a year later, I graduated college, went into the workforce, I guess, not knowing what to do. I think I did like 2 or 3 jobs, bank teller. I worked for my mom's like real estate office for like as a receptionist or administrative work. Nothing clicked, you know, like, I don't know. You just go with the motions. You're like, okay, I need to do this, like, because this is real life now. You're not in school. You don't have a schedule. What do I do to make money? And then I ended up going to Las Vegas because I had family here one Thanksgiving, and I had cousins I grew up in the Bay Area with who were a year older than me, and they ended up moving here first because their parents moved here first. And they were like, listen, cuz, we're moving into a 3-bedroom. Like, we've always talked about moving in together when we were younger. What's up? Like, hey, let's move in. You know, at that time, I was out of a relationship. I had no partner. I was out of school. I didn't have anything connected to me there. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do as a job. I was a bank teller for like, I want to say 3 months. I hated it. It wasn't even, I have respect to the bank tellers out there. Y'all don't even know what they go through. But experiencing it on the other side of the counter, I'm like, okay. And I ended up quitting that job, and I was like, well, dang, like I went back to California after Thanksgiving, and I was like, well, I guess, you know, I've never been one to take a leap of faith, I guess, or take a chance, but something in me was just like, all right. And I don't know, maybe like 4 months later, I ended up moving to Las Vegas, and that's when I met friends who are DJs who've been doing it for like 10, 20 plus years, who lived here. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is all you do as a job. Like I was still continuing to DJ, but just side stuff. And like, I did stuff when I was back in California for, I guess, like, little parties, house parties. And then I became a VIP host in one of the nightclubs back in the day, when this is like, it was rare to have females as VIP hosts. Rare. There was probably like 2 or 3 of us, And so I was one of the head VIP hosts for one of the nightclubs that's closed now. And that was my foot in the door in the industry, to kind of like introduce myself to like, wow, like these DJs are playing 3 days a week. They're working 9 to 5, but 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. I was like, yo, that's my jam, because I'm late night. And yeah, I'm a late night owl. And so I'm like, this is perfect. So that was like kind of my introduction to, whoa, this could be really a job, not just fun, a weekend job, a hobby. And it's Vegas, 24 hours, 7 days a week. There's always something to do. There's always an event. There's a corporate event. There's conventions. There's always something. So yeah, like I was hosting for maybe 2 years, 2.5 years. Got an opportunity to audition for one of the big nightclubs, and because I went there all the time, and the music director saw me supporting my friends who were DJs there all the time, and gave me opportunity. Back in the day, you used to have to audition in the nightclub. I did it in like this, like the restaurant lounge area, not in the big main club, because they want to make sure you could handle a room first. And because I went there all the time to listen to my friends, I knew the program, I knew how they played, what they played. I think that gave me a big advantage. And I had girlfriends who were go-go dancers at the time. And this is when go-go dancing was huge back in the day, and they had go-go dancers at every club. They knew I was auditioning. They came down like during probably half the middle of my set and danced up on the bar. And the music director was like, you're exactly what we're looking for. And I've been with them ever since. It's like my longest residency. I quit VIP hosting, took a chance, because I'm like, I have this regular job, I guess you could say, and then I have this opportunity of like what I love to do. I can't split my energy. How do you evolve in something when part of your energy is not all there? So that was another, let's take a leap of faith and quit this job that I know I will always get hours and always have, like I had benefits, had all this. And I'm like, well, let's do it. I knew it was going to be a little bit of a challenge, and it was in the beginning because it was my only source of income. But then, putting myself out there helped me get more gigs and get more exposure, meeting the right people, because Vegas is about networking and knowing people, and that's how the dominoes just kept falling in the right place. So here I am, 21 years later.